This new year can be your year because you can decide right now that writing won't be a dream anymore. It's a commitment. Keep showing up imperfectly, consistently, and with plenty of patience. If we've not yet met, hi, I'm Charlie. I'm a writer helping writers write, and by the end of this video, you'll realize that you can actually start writing on that book today. So stick around because I'll have a super quick practical exercise to help you get started today. First, let's talk about planning. There's no right or wrong answer to the question, should I plan my novel? Some writers do, known as plotters. They'll plan every little detail, character, chapter. They'll break down the story scene by scene, and they'll strictly keep to the plan. Others don't plan at all. They sit down with a vague idea and start writing and just see where it takes them, improvising and discovering the story along the way. These writers are also known as pantsers, which I learned recently is actually from the idiom flying by the seat of your pants. Every day is a school day. This is kind of the method we would have used in school in English when we would have been given an hour to write a 2-page story. There's no real planning going on there. You've been thrown into the deep end, get on with it. That is kind of how pantsers work. And you'll never really know whether you're a plotter or a pantser until you actually sit down and try to start writing something. So have a quick think about it. Consider whether you would like to plan everything out, become a plotter, or whether you would want to try and just wing it and see where it takes you. But if that feels too messy, don't be afraid to just stop and then plan some more and then go back to it. You'll learn something about your process either way by doing this, so it's going to set you up for future success when you finish this book, or when you inevitably get sidetracked by a second idea and are writing 2 books at once. Much of what will stop you writing this year is actually your mindset. You might think your idea isn't good enough, that you're underqualified, that other people might be able to write your idea better than you. If that sounds like you, drop me a comment, let me know what it is you're actually struggling with. I'll look to create more videos in the future addressing these problems. But let me tell you that you do not need qualifications. I've got them, and have they helped me? No, not really. Everything that I know currently, I could have taught myself outside of my degree. I didn't need to sit in a classroom and have somebody tell me something. And for the most part, they give you books that you're just reading yourself. So I could have just been given the reading list and study it myself outside of uni. You don't need anyone's permission to write, and you certainly don't need to be good yet. Remember, we are here to improve our craft, and the only way to do that is to actually write. So allow yourself to write badly. I've said it before and I'll say it again, write badly. The story doesn't need to be perfect. You're not failing by writing badly. Instead, you're actually giving yourself a foundation of a story that you can build on and improve later. The more you write, the more you'll experiment with different ideas, different ways of articulating yourself, so you're always going to be improving yourself. Remember, everyone starts somewhere, and your somewhere can start right now. So my challenge to you is, open a document and write 1 paragraph. It could be on a project you're already working on, or it could be a completely new project. You don't even need to name it yet. If you need to, pause this video, write something, and come back. In fact, let me join you. Oh, and do yourself a favor, when you do start writing, stop calling yourself an aspiring writer. If you write, you're a writer. It's as simple as that. To start and finish a book this year, you're going to need some consistency. And to get consistency, you're going to need to turn writing into a habit. Stop waiting for bursts of inspiration or motivation. Motivation is important, sure, which is why I built a writer's motivation kit, which you can find using the link in the description, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Most writers fail because they rely too much on motivation alone, and what they lack is the habit. Small, simple, easy to repeat actions beat motivation every single time. You need a system that works for you, encourages you to write more, and gives you the time to do it. Because setting a small word count goal of 100 words a day is so much easier than thinking about trying to write a book in a year. And that doesn't even need to be daily, it could be weekly. Yes, you won't finish a whole book in a year if you only do 100 words a week, but the point is if you can actually build a habit out of something like that, you'll remain consistent and get closer to the finish line. If you want to go deeper on habits, I've actually got a full video which I'll link just up here. So just a final thought. There will never be a perfect time to write a book. There will always be work, deadlines, family, stress, commitments. That is okay, because books aren't written in perfect circumstances. Many of you are probably stealing an extra 10 minutes on your lunch break at work, surrounded by colleagues and noise. Some of you might be staying up late into the night or getting up early in the morning just so you can focus on writing without any of the distraction. Make the circumstances work for you. Don't wait for perfect circumstances. We didn't a minute ago, did we? We just sat down and wrote something in 5 minutes, in the middle of this video. You need to start writing sooner rather than later if you want to finish a book this year. Not when you know enough, because you'll never know enough, and not when you feel ready, because you'll only ever be ready when you actually start writing. So if you've been thinking, I'm actually going to do it, I'm actually going to write a book this year, or you just joined in with that practical exercise, amazing by the way, then make sure you hit the like button because it will help this video reach more writers just like you who need that little push. And if you want to stay motivated, remember you can check out the link in the description to find the Writer's Motivation Kit, or you want to learn everything that I am learning on my road to publication, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join me for more videos. Let's make this year the year that you actually finish your book. I'll see you in the next one.